PropertyLimBrothers is here today in District 19. We are at Ecopolitan, an executive condo in Punggol. So if you have been hunting for a 4-bedroom above 1,100 square feet below the 1.8 million benchmark, you will not want to miss this. Come, let's go on a PropertyLimBrothers home tour. Let's go. Before we start the home tour proper, let me introduce to this project we are in today. Ecopolitan is an executive condominium that was completed in 2016 by Qingqiang Realty Private Limited. It hits its first MOP in 2021 and is now heading towards full privatization in 2026. What that means is the pool of eligible buyers will open up to include not just Singaporeans and PRs but also foreigners. Now, Ecopolitan is made up of 512 units on an overall land size of about 200,000 square feet spread across 8 blocks, each 16 stories high with 4 units per floor. With 512 units in this project, this is actually a mixed-size development whereby you have a very vibrant community and at the same time a healthy transactions going on throughout the years. So in this project, you actually have a good mix of family-friendly oriented layouts whereby it actually ranges from a 3-bedder all the way up to 5-bedders. So let's head in and see what this house has to offer. Upon entering the house, this is actually the foyer, which is really good for this space, partly because it has a very short foyer. So you do not have any wastage of space. And in addition to that, this owner has actually built this cabinetry, which is double up as a feature wall with this fluted panel door, as well as a settee for you to sit down before you head out, and a mirror that open up the space of this area. As well, at the same time, if you can see, they actually have their little essentials like their perfume and cologne just to self-check before you head out. Let me share with you how this home layout is. So this house is actually a 4-bedder, 1141 square feet. It has 4 proper bedrooms with 1 smaller bedroom. Originally, it has an enclosed kitchen with a WC and a 2 bathroom. It also has a utility yard as well as a balcony. If you realize, right, this actually living space, the owner actually put a very big L-shaped sofa here and they actually put out their dining area outside. But what you can do here is actually, if you need a segregated living and dining space, of course you may have to use a smaller sofa and you can put a 6 to an 8-seater here. So as I mentioned earlier on, this is actually an L-shaped sofa which is really huge, and in addition to that, this space between wall to wall is about 3.8 meter and you can actually fit in a bigger coffee table. So the owner actually have already spent about close to $60,000 on the renovation of this space when they actually bought it 3 years back. They also have actually changed out the flooring, whereby they actually do a vinyl flooring which they overlaid the previous one from the developer. So right now we are actually in the balcony space and overlooking this lazy pool, which is a water body, and so it adds on this really cozy feel to this space. If you look down, you actually see the flooring is actually Moroccan mosaic tiles that they have used, and it kind of blend in together with their dining area right now. That they have also include this Ziptrak, which is done also 3 years back. Okay, so if you love to host, you can actually pull down this Ziptrak, open up this space and make this hosting space much bigger. So let's talk a bit more about where we are right now. Ecopolitan is located in District 19, right here in the heart of Punggol. This project is along Punggol Walk and we are about 900 meters from the Punggol MRT, or just a short 1 to 2 bus stops away from Punggol Interchange. Just right beside Ecopolitan, you can turn right towards TPE, SLE and CTE, which makes commute and access to the other parts of Singapore easy. And if you go straight on, you can actually head out to Compass 1 very easily. So you've got one Punggol, which is like the Tampines hub of the Northeast, Safra Punggol, the new sports centre, and of course the Waterway Point Mall, which anchors this whole entire estate. For schools within 1 kilometer, you have the Punggol Green Primary School right at our doorstep, Valor Primary School, as well as Compassville. Plenty of secondary school as well as global international schools around here. Where we are right now for this unit, we are actually on a low floor. We actually see the water body with a lot of greenery out here. As we are next to the TPE, which gives us a lot of accessibility and connectivity, but at the same time we have a bit of road noise here, which actually can be reduced with these double glazed sliding doors. Even though this unit actually sits a little further from the main entrance, there is actually a side gate nearby that takes you straight to the bus stop and LRT, which is super convenient for your daily travel. So around the corner here, you actually got the lake house with the gym and hangout areas. It has a full suite of condo facilities with 3 pools, tennis court, playground, gym, function room, barbecue pits, and pockets of spaces for relaxation, with the MCSC fees below 360. Let me take you to the kitchen, which is another highlight of the house. Right now, this is actually an L-shaped open concept kitchen. So what you can do here, actually, if let's say you would like it enclosed, you can actually add on the glass windows as well as a glass door here. They actually have already put up the Ziptrak stone, which is very durable and very good material, which there won't be any stains when you use heavy usage. And they actually add on the same type of top material for the backsplash. They actually have all pull-out drawers, and in addition to that, look at this. It has this corner pull-out drawer for your little knickknacks like your forks and spoon, for your cups. And if you look closely, they have actually added on gold trimmings around, which shows that the owner has a lot of thought into this kitchen. For this one, it's actually a dishing rack using the bloom system. So this space here originally is WC, and they have actually hacked away the WC walls, and instead they actually put in their washer dryer here. So look at this. It's a very clever use of space. The owner have actually well thought about how to maximize the space here with this Tagan already installed, and then you see these two panel windows here, which allows a lot of ventilation to wind flow to come through. So over here you actually have additional storage space here, which also has the DB box as well as a utility space behind here. So let's talk about pricing for a 4-bedder in Punggol area. For projects that are closer to the Punggol MRT, which is 5 minutes and below, you can find actually Watertown, which is an integrated project, Treasure Trove, and Park Centros. Watertown is actually TOP in 2017. The 4-bedder there, 1356 square feet, is actually going at 3 million plus. That is about 2,200 PSF. Treasure Trove, TOP 2015, 4-bedroom, 1335 square feet, is asking around 2.4 million, which is close to 1,800 PSF. Park Centros, TOP 2016, 4-bedroom, 1313 square feet, 2.45 million, about 1,865 PSF. Zooming up further, you actually find a newer condo, which is actually an EC, Piedmont Grand, TOP in 2023, 4-bedder, 1302 square feet, asking at about 2 million, which is about 1,536 PSF. Next to Ecopolitan, we actually have with Twin Waterfalls, is an EC as well, TOP 2015, 4-bedder, 1238 square feet, asking at 1.98 mil, which is about 1,600 PSF. Our unit here is a 4-bedroom, 1141 square feet, asking at 1.78 million. That works out to about 1,560 PSF, which is really decent for a unit this size. And what I love about this place is that it checks out 3 big boxes, which is move-in ready. Secondly, quantum is great for a 4-bedroom, especially if you are upgrading. And third, the location is super convenient, close to transport amenities and lots of greenery around. With many BTOs maturing, you will definitely see a lot of upgraders actually moving into the private market, which will keep this whole place vibrant and very competitive. So entering this first common bedroom, you can actually see that this room is very regular and squarish in size, and there isn't any built-in except for the built-in wardrobes over here by the developer, and it can actually fit in a queen size bed. But if you actually use this space for your kids, you can actually consider putting a super single and a study area. Let's now move on to the common bathroom. This toilet, if you see, they actually have a black and white theme, and it has already changed out the sink, which actually blends in with the rest of the house. And you also have added on this vanity space here. You can double up as a storage, as well as this mirror and a standing shower as well. So over here, we actually have the second common bedroom, which is similar in size to the first one that we saw early on. And this is how it can actually be set up. Single bed or a super single bed with a reclining chair. And in addition to that, you can actually add on your wardrobe space. So you can imagine how spacious this space is. Opposite from this room is actually another common bedroom, which is smaller in size, which you can actually see that this owner actually have used this space for their study as well as their vanity space here. And in addition to that, this actually faces the other side, which is the aircon latch, and they have actually added on these blinds already. This master room is actually very huge in size as compared to the newer projects, and it actually fitted in with a king size bed over here and a built-in wardrobe over there and a ceiling fan as well. And in addition to that, if let's say you need to put in a baby cot, definitely can fit in. You can actually just push out this bed to the right and to the end and actually put a cot there. So behind us is actually the master room toilet, which is similar in terms of the theme to the common bathroom. So it's just that it's bigger in size, and you also have actually the ventilation windows here to dispel the moisture. Thank you for staying through this home tour with us. We are at Ecopolitan, 4-bedroom, 1141 square feet, asking at 1.78 million. If you really like what you have seen so far, do contact me and Reggie for this home tour. Do like and subscribe to all our social media platforms. I am Wirdayu, PropertyLimBrothers, always happy to show you the place. Mid-size development and and let the flow. Very hot, yeah. 辛苦啊. And let me introduce you to Mr. Reggie. Reggie is sleeping already. And this is so tiring, I tell you.